Robert Redford is more than just a Hollywood legend. He's a man whose life has been shaped by resilience, passion, and profound loss. Known for his striking good looks and magnetic performances, Redford carved out a career that spanned decades, amassing accolades and a devoted fan base. But behind the glitz and glamour, his life was marked by personal tragedies that shaped his worldview and work. Most poignant is the loss of his sons, which left an indelible mark on his life. What happened, and how did it change him? Let's uncover the little-known details of Redford's extraordinary journey, from youthful rebellion to becoming one of Hollywood's most respected figures. From a troubled youth to artistic discovery. Born in Santa Monica, California in 1936, Robert Redford's early years were far from glamorous. The son of a milkman-turned-accountant, Redford struggled academically, often losing himself in daydreams and artistic pursuits rather than textbooks. His unconventional learning style eventually led him to drop out of college, but not before he experienced the highs and lows of youth. In his early days, Redford dabbled in petty mischief, including stealing hubcaps and trespassing for swims. These rebellious acts, while minor, hinted at his restless spirit. Despite these escapades, his artistic inclinations ultimately became his saving grace. A stint in Europe studying art, coupled with an emerging passion for theater, ignited the creative fire that would later define his career. Breaking into Hollywood. Redford's rise to fame wasn't instantaneous. Before his breakout role, he honed his craft in theater and television. Early gigs on shows like The Twilight Zone and Perry Mason laid the groundwork for his transition to film. However, it wasn't until Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid in 1969 that he truly became a household name. Interestingly, his striking looks, which many would consider an asset, were sometimes a hindrance. He was passed over for key roles, including Benjamin Braddock in The Graduate, because directors felt his appearance didn't fit the underdog persona. Yet this perceived drawback didn't stop him from becoming a leading man in some of Hollywood's most iconic films. The Sundance Legacy. Beyond acting, Redford's entrepreneurial spirit led him to establish the Sundance Institute and Film Festival. This was no small feat. Starting with a modest investment in Utah land, Redford's vision transformed the property into a hub for independent cinema. The Sundance Film Festival has since become a global platform for emerging filmmakers, cementing Redford's legacy as a champion of creativity. Personal tragedies and their impact. Redford's personal life, however, was riddled with heartbreak. His first son, Scott, passed away at just 2.5 months old due to sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. This tragedy profoundly affected Redford and his wife, Lola, who would go on to have 3 more children. Their second son, James, faced his own health battles, suffering from liver disease and ulcerative colitis. Despite these challenges, James thrived as a filmmaker and activist, creating works like the documentary Man vs. Ford. Tragically, James passed away in 2020 at the age of 58. Redford has spoken candidly about the immense guilt and pain these losses brought. He channeled his grief into his work, often exploring themes of resilience and redemption in his films. These experiences also deepened his commitment to philanthropy, particularly in health and environmental causes. Hey, Golden Throwback fans, ready to take a trip down memory lane? Perfect Fifth has you covered with graphic tees that celebrate the music you love. Check out this cassette-era design, a tribute to those mixtape days. Or vibe with melting vinyl sunset, bringing back the golden age of records. And, for the Patriots, Stars, Stripes, and Strings, combines music and Americana in a style all your own. Get it for yourself or as the perfect gift for the music lover in your life. And right now, get 30% off your order with code THROWBACK30 at checkout. Click the link in the description to shop now. Perfect Fifth. Wear the rhythm, relive the moments. A quiet environmental warrior. While Hollywood applauded Redford's cinematic achievements, His off-screen efforts as an environmental advocate were equally impressive. Long before it was fashionable, Redford championed causes like clean air and renewable energy. He was instrumental in blocking a Utah power plant project in the 1970s and remains a staunch supporter of sustainable practices. The unlikely Marvel star. In the later years of his career, Redford surprised fans by stepping into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Captain America, the Winter Soldier. This marked a stark departure from his usual roles, but it underscored his willingness to embrace new challenges, even in his 80s. Reflections on love and loss. Despite his professional triumphs, Redford's personal life wasn't without its ups and downs. His marriage to Lola Van Wagenen ended in 1985, a split he partly attributed to the strains of grief. Years later, he found love again with artist Sabeel Sagers, whom he married in 2009. In interviews, Redford has often reflected on the profound impact of losing his sons. He describes the experience as life-altering, a pain that reshaped his perspective on family, legacy, and the fragility of life. These losses, while devastating, seem to deepen his empathy and inform his artistic pursuits, adding layers of authenticity to his work. A timeless icon. At 88, Redford has stepped back from acting, choosing to spend his days immersed in nature and surrounded by family. His final major role in The Old Man and the Gun in 2018 was a fitting farewell to an illustrious career. Yet his influence lingers, not just in the films he starred in, but in the lives he touched through his advocacy and mentorship. The loss of his sons forever changed Robert Redford, but it also revealed his resilience and depth. It's a poignant reminder that even the brightest stars endure shadows. Redford's legacy is not just one of cinematic brilliance, but of humanity, of a man who turned pain into purpose and left an indelible mark on both Hollywood and the world. Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these little-known facts about Robert Redford surprised you the most? Did his personal tragedies and triumphs inspire you in any way? Or maybe you've been a longtime fan of his films and have a favorite moment or role you'd like to share. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Redford's life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. Your engagement helps us bring you more stories about the icons you love.